Good day, traders. Stacy Burke from Stacy Burke Trading. Today we're going to be talking about the most important trading day of the week. That's right, Monday. Monday is the most important trading day of the week, as that sets the tone potentially for the rest of your trading week. So a lot of times traders, Monday can be the best and the worst trading day in the week for many traders, especially retail traders. They will come into the new week. They've spent the weekend back testing, preparing, reviewing trades. You may have had a good week, a bad week, but you come in fresh. You're excited. You can't wait for the week to start, and then inevitably you get into a possible trade setup early, too early. You might get in at a bad entry, a bad fill, but Monday can set the tone mentally for the rest of the week. It's important that you have a process for the beginning of the week. And I know in the past, Monday, again, I talk about learning from the school of hard knocks. Monday can set you up for a great trading week if you use it to your advantage. So again, a lot of retail traders will come into the weekend. They may have had a bad week. They've spent the weekend stressing or beating themselves up. You may have, lost a lot of money or just had a bad week in general. And you can't wait to get back and do it right. And the other side of that coin is that you may have had a really good week, and you're coming into the week a bit of greed. You want to make more money. You're hopeful. The opportunities are there. You're overconfident. You've got it figured out, and you can't wait to get back into the market. And it's critical to set the mental bar for the week for yourself to be in top mental condition. Also, I believe physical condition. Not everybody, has to toe that same belief, but I believe that as the body goes, so does the mind, and vice versa. So if you get up, and for me, I work out first thing in the morning, it sets the tone for the rest of the day. I feel physically peak condition. I talk about this in the 7-step daily routine for high-performance traders. Mentally, I feel fantastic. It's important to be at the screen, in top mental condition, relaxed, calm, prepared. And when you plan your trades, when you plan and you have a trading plan, you're planning to succeed. When you don't have a plan, you're planning to fail. So some of the things that I'll look at, you deconstruct the entire trading process. If you don't have an actionable review process, then you can never improve. Working harder at trading, studying more books, everything else will not help you in live time. So every single thing that you do, in your back testing, in your study, in your practical application, should be geared at how you are going to perceive and respond to the information in live time as it unfolds. And that comes back to having a plan preparing you for the session, knowing exactly what you're looking for when you go in. So again, coming back to a comment that I received, how can you do this? Can you do this live instead of showing us where we can hope to catch the move? And I said, and I reiterate this over and over again, I'm not hoping to catch a move. I have a thesis going in for a best trade setup if it is set up to do so. Otherwise, I've learned the hard way. I already know I can recognize from the way that the day is set up, whether it's from the night before, if it's a U.S. session trade, I'm not going to trade it because I know it's not going to end well. So again, I'm looking for the instrument or the session or the day of the week that's going to give me the highest probability setup for my best trade setup. I am not hoping to catch a move. So look at what you did last week. What did I do well? Was I patient? Did I execute my fills at best fill price? Did I hold on to the winner as long as I could? Did I cut my losses immediately? What did I do well? Then obviously the next question is, what did I do wrong? And coming back to Mondays, several traders, myself included, that FOMO is one of the number one things that will get you into the market into a poor quality setup. It will get you in too early. You'll hold on to a loser in hope mode. You will, maybe hold on to a winner too long. You won't take profits. And there's so many little things. So what did you do wrong? And then obviously on your next trade, what do I need to do this week to improve my results? Come into the week with a goal for each session and for the week, or for the one trading session that you're going to trade, and then focus on that as your outcome. Master the one trade at a time, step by step. So if you're building a wall, you're building an empire, starting with one brick, lay that brick as perfect as possible as you can, and then lay the next brick as perfectly as possible, and build your wall, build your empire one brick at a time. Focus on mastering the perfect execution of your trading plan one brick at a time. So, action steps to prepare yourself to be the best for this week, or on the Monday, depending on where you're at time-wise. You might be in New York, in Northern Hemisphere. You could be in the Southern Hemisphere. You might be trading Asia. Stay off of social media. So a lot of traders will see other traders' results. They've had a 6-figure day, or they've had a 5-figure day. They're killing it, and you're trading a micro lot, and you're frustrated. You don't have a large enough account, and you're like, well, how come they're doing it, I'm not? And then that's the sort of mental activity that will cause you to get into poor quality setups. It'll cause you to over leverage a position. It will cause you to hold on to a loser, refusing to be wrong in a trade. It'll blow your account out. But also, you don't know the level of expertise of that other trader. They may have been trading maybe only 5 years, and you've been trading 15, and they're killing it at size. But maybe they've had an education or an inlet or an opportunity to be at a different level quicker. And so there's no need to feel that you need to, mimic or mirror somebody else's results. You need to focus on your current skill level, your best trade setups, and be content to again master one trade at a time, and get the results that you're currently at and continue to build on that and improve. So one of the things I like to do at the beginning of the week is, again, in retrospect, start the week off on a good note. Take it slow. Don't be overly concerned about having great size. I mean, if we're at a level 3 peak formation, breaks the high of the week or low of the week on a Monday morning, right off the bat in Asia, perhaps there's a great trade there. But generally speaking, even if I get a great trade setup, I'll just be content to go into that with size that I know is not going to overly stress me. As the day evolves, the range will expand. I know, Asia, London, New York, we're going to have probably a high day, low day, high day trade setup. And sometimes they are in Asia. But again, starting the week off, ensuring that you're going to keep yourself in that peak mental state, focus on sizing down. Perhaps especially if you've had a bad week, come into the week, size down, get a great trade under your belt. Just focus on getting a perfect trade under your belt. If you're trading multiple pairs, create a watch list of the 3 top pairs. So one of the things I will often look for on a Monday, which I always prepare for starting Sunday. I always start my prep on Sunday. I look at pairs that have had big runs on a Friday, whether they've been a big day down, a big day up, and then obviously the overall template of where they may be at in that week or that month, because those pairs may have the potential to have a second day trade set up. So sometimes we'll see a follow through, and again, I don't necessarily mean it has to be in Asia, but I'll look for pairs that have broken down already or had a big run and they've tanked, or a big run in a breakout trade, and then look at those pairs as the day evolves with levels to determine whether or not indeed, again, we talked about closing price last week, if any of those traders are underwater and how that thesis plays out as the day evolves, because we could have a session trade later in that day that, because I've been patient and I've allowed the market to unfold and more cards come on the table, where I may have a very low stress, larger range, 50, 100 pip trade just by having been patient and put levels on with a thesis to see how that thesis evolves throughout the day, and that can set you up for one great trade in the day. So again, you have to focus on where your level of skill and mastery are at. Then execute one perfect trading day at a time. And just in closing, as an example of a broken down market on a Friday that's had a big run, we could look at the Aussie dollar. It came off of a third level of rise on Thursday into Friday morning. We had a level 3 trade, triple top. It broke down Friday morning in Asia, came back into the London Open at major round numbers, pin hammer at the London Open for a 30 to 40 pip drop before pulling back in the US, and then continuing that down move and closing at the low of Thursday into the end of the session. So this is an ideal sort of situation heading into the Monday for a low-hanging fruit trade, something that's already broken down. It's closed at the low. We're still inside of the previous week's daily lows. And what I would look for this in this particular market is obviously a pop-up. We want to see a peak formation. They pump it up before the session begins. That's a pre-market pump-up. So I see a market that, again, if we just come back and I look at levels, I'll look for something where there's peak formations heading into the end of the session and then where the market opens in the next day. I'm just looking for that pre-market behavior that brings it up and potentially locks in the high before the session begins. So we have a peak formation high, mark off the high. We're already in a broken down market. The market's pumped it up pre-market. We have our pump and dump candle, which I've talked about and we'll go more into depth in the next few videos. We see a pattern within a pattern, the rectangle, the breakout of the triple top rectangle right at the end of the second hour before the market opens. We'll zoom in. An engulfment in the first 15 minutes. It breaks down again. So again, traders, I would have levels in here. I'd be looking to get in above the high of this first high that we've drawn. The market's already pushed above there and locked it in. The pop-up 1, 2, 3 engulfment. Possibly take a first entry. The market breaks down, and then we have a second entry as the next 15-minute bar has opened. And obviously the thesis being to continue down through not only the low of the day, but now through potentially into the next quarter level. This is just a low-hanging fruit trade that I've learned from other traders. Just looking for simple trades, nothing major possibly in size, but a great example of a market that broke down on Friday. We possibly could still be headed towards the low of last week, not necessarily in this session. We traded down to Thursday's low at the close of Friday night. It closed right at the low. Immediately, they pump it up in the pre-market, just above that middle structure high. They do a triple top on the smaller time frame for a 25 plus pip trade, following through with the broken down market into the Asian session open. So hopefully you got value from today's video, trader. Go back, review the notes, start your week off strong with simple best trade setups. If your confidence has been shattered, keep it simple. Size rate down, focus only on the best trade setups at the right times. Take the trade, execute as flawlessly as possible, and then get off the screen, shut it down, review the trade. What did you do well? What did you do not as well or wrong? What could you do better on the next trade to keep getting better and start your week off super strong? Keep it simple. Have a great trading week, and may the markets go.
Hi traders, it's Stacy Burke from Stacy Burke Trading. If you haven't done so, please head over to my website at stacyburketrading.com. I create updates on almost a daily basis, and I would love for you to receive them. Just click on the blog. If you want to enter your name and your email address, I'll send you my free audio program, The 7-Step Daily Routine for High Performance Traders. This is essential knowledge for all traders in all markets, and this is for helping traders to master the market with discipline, confidence, and a winning mindset. I appreciate all your feedback and comments. As always, traders, stay disciplined, and may the markets go with you.